Well, good morning. It's Longhaultanker, straight razor shaving with Longhaultanker. And today is Friday, and I think the date said the 26th of July, 2024. It's approximately 0720 on this gloomy, misty, rainy morning outside. And we're going to do a shave. I couldn't wait till Sunday to do this recorded shave. I intended to shave this morning, but off camera, but what difference does it make? I'm a little tired, so forgive me. Just woke up, got my gear together here for our shave. So you saw the little teaser from the last video on Wednesday with the new Boker 14er, the 8/8, beautiful gold one. I gotta tighten that pin. That's another thing I gotta do. H. Boker and Company tree brand with all the interconnecting gears and the beautiful gold wash on the tang and the beautiful engraving on the spine, the unique bluish color, sapphire color. There's and then the back side, we got a little, no, it's blank on the back side, isn't it? All right, so there's that. And we showed that one later. The soap for this morning is going to be Martin de Condé Fougère. Lovely scent, natural, nature, outdoor scent, lovely. And the brush, as I am often to do on Friday mornings when I'm at home getting ready to go to work, using the 31 millimeter boar bristle brush from Sterling Soap Company. I just love this brush, just love it. Which is unique among I normally don't like boar brushes, but that one particular one I think is fantastic. So let's get on with making some lather. Got my Tim Horton dark roast. And a little Martin de Condé goes a long way. So since the last shave video, where the Boker factory edge was not acceptable, And as I said in that video, I just didn't want to, I probably could have kept using it, but I just didn't want to fight with it. And so I knew I was going to have to hone it anyway. And so we just set it aside. And so Wednesday afternoon, I broke out the microscope and the Shapton glass stones and the 3N Carpton tape, the yellow cellophane, the very thin, which I think is a much better tape to use on spines than traditional black, rubbery, plastic electrical tape. It's more durable, will take a higher degree of abrasive. And as I often do, if I can get away with it, is I don't feel the necessity, unless circumstances require, to go back all the way to 1K to set the bevel. And so and that's a practice that I've only more recently in the last couple of years have fallen to or have worked myself into. And that is, I start at the 8K on any razor, if it needs sharpening, honing. Start at the 8K, work it up, 16, 30, however high up I want to go on the Shapton glass. And I had the microscope out, Carson, USB, laptop, and as a matter of fact, you'll probably see some pictures that I took. Not a whole lot of pictures, because that can get, again, it's not about what you did at the 8K or the 16K, it's what you did on the finishing stone that counts. Just like the shave is what counts. That's just my philosophy. And what I'm looking for on the microscope are the striations. You set in with the 8K, you move to the 16K, you make sure that the 16K have taken out all of the 8K striations as you move up in the progression. And I finished this on the Dan's Arkansas True Hard that in my honing video from 3 or 4 videos back. I did kind of a comparison between the True Hard Norton, or the Dan's True Hard, Dan's Hard Black, and the Norton Translucent. And it's the True Hard. It's got the black and the white and the gray and the variegated mixed colors. And it's a beautiful stone. And as my longtime contention has always been, there's not a whit's worth of difference between the 3 stones. And so, of course, what you're looking for is, on an Arkansas stone, is that hazy finish on the bevel, consistent throughout, up and down, heel to toe. And I believe I pretty much achieved that goal. Now, Wednesday, working with the Shapton glass, 8K, 16. I didn't go higher than 16, so it was 8K and 16K. And then I jumped to the Dan's Truehard. And I worked it from the beginning with the 8K through my completion on Wednesday. I probably worked it about an hour. And it was looking okay. It was looking good. I wanted to spend some time with my wife, and when I get home, it's about getting dinner, and it's about getting a movie started and spending some time with her and hugging and squeezing on her a little bit. All right, here we go. Oh, that just feels... Are you kidding me? No effort. I'm not using no pressure, no effort whatsoever. Weight of the blade only comes. I got to be careful to keep it steady and solid on my face. But let me carry on with the story. So far, excellent. And but as I ended my session on Wednesday, yes, I was getting haze up and down, heel to toe on the bevel. But it was still retaining just a little bit, what I thought was a little bit too much polish from the 16K. Yes, there was haze from the Truehard, but just a little too much. You put it under the light, put it under the scope, it was still kind of, gave me that polish look. And so I determined that I would take up time yesterday to work on it some more on the Arkansas. And I spent about 90 minutes altogether on it. And as my wife, I woke up first before my wife, made our coffee, took her a nice cup of coffee. And I broke out the stone and the razor and And she was just starting to wake up. And I asked her, I said, do you mind if I turn on the TV? And here lately, since the Donald Trump assassination attempt, I've tried to get her interested as I am in the politics of it all. And while she and I think an awful lot alike, keeping up with daily events and the minutia, she's not so much interested. And that's okay. My wife is a wonderful wife. I don't have to, well, I won't go into all that, but just simply say that when I'm gone and away, I don't have to worry about nothing. And she'll make a list of honeydews for me to do when I get home, oftentimes. And I do them for her. Sometimes right away, sometimes not. But she runs the house, which, gives me a great deal of comfort and a load off of my mind. And so I asked her if I could turn on the TV, but since the attempted assassination and since the alleged withdrawal of Biden, I say alleged because, ask yourself what happened on that flight coming out of Las Vegas. Yeah, the corner got me there just a little bit as I came around the tip. Don't tell me about muting the tip, okay? I know, but that's not how the razor was made. That's not what the razor is intended for. I just need to learn how to use it better. Let me just say this too about what's going on. Do not be surprised if Queen Kamala does not end up being coronated, because the kingmaker, Barack Hussein Obama, has already said that he does not think she can win. Anyway, I'll move on from all of that. I asked her if I could turn the TV on because she's grown here just in the last few days very interested in what's going on and wants to keep up. She wants to know the backstory. She wants to know the conspiracy theories. Oh, that is just so small. That was coming across the lower lip. And the chin, so sharp, yet so smooth. Now I'm taking this razor with me on the trip. And it will be my Sunday shaver as well. So that'll be fun. And then I'm taking the Javoso, the Zulu edge that I shaved with on Wednesday. That'll be my backup razor that I'm taking with me. And then the Fox Cutlery will be my head shaver. But just like Wednesday, for today and for Sunday. Oh, that's just amazing. It's just, anyway, so I asked her if I could turn the TV on and sit and hone. And she said, yeah, that's all right. I want to watch what's going on in the news. So we turned on Real America's Voice, which I think is the best news network in existence today. I think it's better than Newsmax. I think it's better than OAN. Certainly better than the traditional mainstream media of ABC, CBS, NBC, MSNBC, CNN, Fox News. Fox News is dead, folks. I don't care if Hannity's still on there or not. Hannity's, you got to ask yourself, why is he still there? Does he suit the Murdoch's purposes? You can't say it's because he's profitable, because Tucker was profitable. Bill O'Reilly was profitable when he filled that 7 o'clock Central Time slot. And so they will take you out if you don't suit their purposes. And of course, for Tucker, it was all about the pharmaceuticals and the story we were being fed about the China bug and the jabs. By the way, don't believe the upcoming story about the new bug that's supposed to be a terror come just before the election. Isn't it interesting? The timing, doesn't that cause any suspicion on anybody's part? The timing of these things is just, oh, right before the election. Oh, we got to go into lockdown again. Anyway, I'm not going to go into all that. Even more than I already have. Right here, right now. More later, probably. Anyway, look at that. Look at that. It just... One-inch blade. That's a big blade. That's a big blade. So this is my last purchase. I'm going to suspend all buying because I'm of the opinion that between now and the election, now and Inauguration Day, there's going to be a monumental, catastrophic collapse of the U.S. economy. And we've made preparations toward that end over the last couple of years. Because the people I read have been predicting it. And so Within the last 2 years or so, we bought a second freezer. We've loaded everything up with meat and hamburger. We bought a new generator last summer. We just recently, after this hurricane, we had 5-gallon jugs of gasoline that we keep stored in the garages. We bought 5 more jugs. I've now filled them up, so we've got 10 jugs of gasoline, 50 gallons worth. I know it's a lot. You know, you got to be careful. No smoking in the garage. And we don't just keep it there. We rotate it out. So one of my buddies says to me, well, make sure you put some stabilize in it. And I said, why? Well, so it don't go bad, he says. You know, the old Paul Harvey commercials, he used to be a sponsor or a promoter of Stabilize. And if you're going to keep gasoline in storage for long term, then yes, use Stabilize. But every 4 to 6 weeks, I take the old gasoline, I put it in the vehicles. I say, oh, it's only 4 to 6 weeks old. Got myself on the end of the nose. It's a big razor. Razor awareness. So I sat in front of the TV in the bedroom. My wife was waking up and drinking her cup of coffee, and I asked her if I'd turn TV on and continue my honing. She said yes. And because I'll tell you, with the limited amount of time that I have at home, whatever my wife wants, my wife gets. And that's fine. Happy to accommodate. Notice my little patch up here kind of slowed the leakage. Oh, this just coming along lovely. So I sat there, we turned on some program, and this would be Thursday morning, so probably Steve Bannon's program, The War Room, it's still being continued with substitute hosts while he's being held as a political prisoner in Danbury. And then Charlie Kirk, and then Jack Posobiec. Best programs on news today on any station network. So I commenced a honing to get a better Arkansas haze on the bevel, and went for about 90 minutes. Not continuously. I'd go for about 15 minutes and stop and take a look, and go for another 15 minutes, and maybe go get another cup of coffee. And really on the clock, I was probably closer to 2.5 to 3 hours on the clock from start to finish. But the actual steel on stone time was probably, like I say, 90 minutes. And I'm looking at it under the microscope, and you'll see the pictures that I took were, and you'll see in the video, where I did one more session of about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. I said, that's good enough, with the pictures. And I said, that's good enough. And here's the thing that it's hard to, if you've ever used in Arkansas, now let me back up just a little bit. as I finished my session on Wednesday, I have my Arkansas. It's got oil on it, baby oil, mineral oil. And I put a couple of drops, 2 or 3 drops of Dawn dishwashing liquid on it, mix it in, a little water, mixed it all in, made it an emulsion. And that tends to melt or minimize the effects of the oil on the stone. In other words, it's not as slick or viscous, I guess would be a good word. And it then begins, the steel on the stone, you can feel the grain or feel the resistance from the stone on the steel. It's getting a little more sticky. But I don't know. As I say, it still had a bit of a polish, or Shapton Glass 16,000 polish to it as I finished up that Wednesday session. And I was not seeing as much of an Arkansas haze. There was some, yes, but not as much as I wanted to see. And so that's what motivated me to go with it for another session on Thursday. And so as I'm monitoring it, I'm looking at it under the microscope. And then I took those pictures. As I say, I had another session about 10 minutes or so, 10, 15 minutes. After that last look under the scope and took the pictures. And I was well satisfied, but I was using oil only. I did not use the water, Dawn dishwashing liquid in the water. Wrong side. I already did that side. And so there's not a lot of feedback when you're using oil only. On an Arkansas stone. So you just keep going. You keep looking at it. You keep looking at it. That's why I don't pretend to be an expert. I don't pretend to be a master. I know what my experience has taught me, and that is you put the time in on the Arkansas because they require the time. And, but the benefits and the payoff are well worth it. Well worth it. And I would pause every once in a while to go strop it before I went to the scope. I do about 30 to 40 laps on canvas, and 60 to 80 laps on when I'm in the process of honing. I typically use my English bridle for that before using the Kanayama. That is so smooth. The Martin de Condre soap is doing just fine, smells delicious. No, I intended to do my test shave off camera, just in case it was a fail. And I don't normally do my Friday shaves on camera because I always feel like I'm in a little bit of a rush and panic to get out the door and not be late to work. And of course, I don't even know where the load's at right now. It's supposed to load at 8 o'clock, but who knows? And it's raining out. Who knows? And I'll find that out when I get done and actually get ready to go. Well, here come the garbage trucks outside. I don't know if you can hear them. They pick up on Tuesday morning and Friday morning. Something that I have always found as an aid in honing, and others make regular mention of this, and that is using a marker on your bevel, on your edge. And some people use black, some people use blue. I use red, mainly because it's what I had at the time, and I've grown accustomed to it. And it's a brighter color than black. And I think it makes a good, as it gets rubbed away, I think it makes a better contrast. Oh, that's just. But I think with the edge that I've gotten, on this very high-end razor, in my mind, at least for the stones that I have, the Arkansas True Hard, Dan's Hard Black, Surgical Black, and the Norton Translucent, I think it settles, in my mind, not that there was ever a doubt, that there's not a whit's worth of difference. And I'll tell you this too, with the way my memory is sometimes. Stop taking that cholesterol medicine. The way my memory is sometimes. I'm not a doctor and I don't play one on TV. My opinions are to be viewed as satire. Or not. What was I saying? That lousy... Yeah? Yeah? I'm here. I'm doing a shaving video. Okay. I got ahead of myself. All right, let's wash it off and see what we got. My little nose nick seems to have stopped bleeding. That's good. This stuff will dry away pretty quick. Huh. Oops, I should turn this way, shouldn't I? Not as much on that one. Well, that's it on the face shave. Let's move on to the head shave. And so, we use the Boker 14er. There's the number on the tang right there. Just a beautiful razor. Now it's a sharp razor too. Just fabulous. I can't, just look at that. That just, it's Arkansas. True hard. Every bit as good as a translucent. Every bit as good as a black. And I've said all of that so many times. Not a whit's worth of difference between the three varieties, no matter who makes them, no matter what age they come out of. You know, that's a little bit of a dig at those who have vintage stones. They call them vintage stones. But the age of a stone is at best relative and at worst insignificant. So if you've got one that dates from 1899, I'm just saying, and I got one that was dug up yesterday, I dare say they're going to perform just about the same for sharpening, for honing a straight razor. And that, mines and veins and, this manufacturer, that manufacturer. Yeah, okay. I poo-poo that. Next week, I may have a little something to report on too, but we'll talk about that then. Okay. So we're using the Fox. Let's see if I can get it to come in. Almost had it. Fox cutlery. That's about as good as it's going to get right there. Fox cutlery. Let's see if it's got a... I can't read it. Germany? I guess that says Soligen. Made in Soligen. I don't know who Fox Cutlery is. Oh, there's a number too, 441. Anyway. Scuttle Soap. That was the gentleman's name that gave this to me on that Christmas exchange a couple years ago, 2-3 years ago. And he has since disappeared. He had a full channel up. Well, I want to thank my usual crew that, first of all, thank you for joining me. And if you like what you're watching, hit the subscribe button. If you like my social and political commentary from time to time, hit the like and subscribe button. We come with a strong America First conservative viewpoint and decidedly Christian viewpoint. And so thank you for joining me. I haven't said much today. Wait till I really get going. There's going to be some things. And as I've said, don't be surprised if Kamala Harris is not the Democrat nominee. It's not a foregone conclusion. There are players in the wings that are just chomping at the bit. And you can bet they're making their phone calls to gather their delegate support using every deceitful trick in the book. Good morning. I think she's getting ready to put the dogs outside. Good morning. No, I'm still recording. Oh, you can't see a thing, can you? Sorry about that. Yeah, that's good. All right. One of the reasons, certainly not the only reason, that I promote the True Hard, it is, as I say, just as good as the translucent and the hard black. But for some of you guys that want to get a Arkansas finishing stone, they sell at a discount. Saving money is not a bad thing, especially if those budget considerations are in play for you. I got to get something less expensive, or I can't get a full-size black or translucent because it's so expensive. And you look at the True Hard and you save, I don't know, 10, 15, 20, 30% over the cost of a translucent or hard black. Go with a True Hard. They are every bit as good. And sell at a discount. That's not a bad thing at all. All right, let's not satisfied with that side over here. All right, I'll go with that. All right, so that's it for the Fox cutlery. That's it for the head shave. I'll do some Allen block. I've got a Whiskey Woods over here. Just enough sting to know that you shaved. And that's it. We used the Martin de Condé Fougere. We used the Sterling Bore 31 millimeter brush. And the star of the party today was the Boker 14er, 8/8, beautiful razor. And what a job it did. Just, I couldn't ask for a better job. It just is equal to any, I can't say superior because I have other, let's just go with the Boker Count Engelbert that I've got, or, I'm not going to go further back than that. That's just, but it's an excellent edge produced as I have described earlier in this video. And that's all I got. I got to go check on work. I'll see you all down the road.